If you'll come with me, we'll float too. 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 If you'll come with me, we'll float too. 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 We'll float too.
Hello my loves, welcome back to another Halloween tutorial. I'm back better than ever. So I'm gonna be taking this Smashbox Photofinish primer and I'm gonna be putting this all over my face. You want to make sure that you do this because if you're going out for Halloween and do this look, then you want your makeup to stay long all night, especially if you go to a party. So what I'm going to be doing next is covering my eyebrows. Excuse me. I'm very sick as well, so don't mind my voice. So basically what we're going to do is go back and forth with the glue stick and use a spoolie to brush your hairs upward. You want to make sure that you do this so the eyebrows stick to your skin, and then go back again with the glue stick, do it upwards, and then use the spoolie again. Now after this you want to make sure that you use a a translucent loose powder, and we're gonna be basically taking off our eyebrows and taking them out, unless you want to shape them, that's a little bit easier. So then taking some concealer, which is orange. Honestly, I don't know if it was the fact that I got a bad concealer, that I hadn't used this in a long time, or what, but this is actually the second time that I did this whole thing. Actually, I didn't record it. This is the first time that I recorded it, but I had to take it off eventually, and I used an orange eyeshadow because I don't know, it was just not covering it. And it's not because I put too much, because that's really not the thing. It's just that my eyebrows were coming out and you can see like the darkness of it coming out. So I don't know if it was just not enough glue or what. But now I'm moving on to my foundation. I'm using 365C, which is like one of the lightest shades, and I'm also going to be using another light shade by Estee Lauder. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Estee Lauder. And Double Wear Nude, and this is actually Desert Beige, I believe. So I'm gonna be taking that and putting that as well, because I didn't want to do like a white cream a base for my foundation. So yeah, just make sure that you blend that out, and if you don't cover your eyebrows with it, then just go ahead and put another like layer, I guess, and hopefully that works. Now moving on to my favorite part, this is the eyebrow part. We're going to be taking I'm going to be taking NYX eyeliner and liquid eyeliner. And if you don't want to go ahead and use this right away, you can use like an eyeshadow, like a brown eyeshadow, to trace and mark where you're going to be doing this. And I kind of did that in parts, and then I went ahead and filled out the whole thing. So what I'm doing first is I'm going under my actual eyebrow and then making like a U shape, and then going up above the top of my actual eyebrow, and then finishing it behind my actual eyebrow. So I'm pretty sure it makes sense while you're watching this, and it's just better for you to visualize this. But yeah, that's basically what I did, and I fast forwarded this part because it was gonna be too long, because I was taking my time. So take your time. And then this part, I'm just concealing the edges, like the beginning of my eyebrows, to make myself look a little more mad. So that's what I basically did, and just make sure that you blend everything out. Now I'm taking my Smashbox Shape Matters eyeshadow palette that the beautiful iluvsarahii sent me. So thank you, girl. I love you so much. And before adding any eyeshadow, you want to make sure that you set your eyes with the shade of your skin color or what you're going to be wearing. So I used the same beige color that came in that palette. And then I'm going to taking that brown that I just showed and putting that all over the crease. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. So putting that all over the crease and eventually building that up. and I'm really not caring about how the eyeshadow is coming out, but this eyeshadow is so bomb that it's just making it very easy for me to blend everything out and just making it very nice. So now I'm taking this eyeshadow that is more of like a maroon shadow, and I'm putting this all over my lid and then building it up all the way up to my crease and kind of just smoking it out. I'm not going to be taking any other shadows, well, actually, like, to smoke it out. So I'm basically smoking it out with this one, but I kind of don't regret it because I wanted this to look very, not so very dramatic but not so harsh, because we're also going to be moving on to an eyeliner. So repeat this on the other eye as well. Now for the last eyeshadow that I'm going to be using, I'm taking, every time I like start a voiceover, I feel so fake. I'm like, now to start. So taking this eyeshadow from Inglot, and I'm going to be putting all the details down below, so don't even trip. I'm going to be taking this reddish orangey color, and I'm putting this on the crease. And I wanted to do this because I wanted some type of color to pop out to kind of match like the red of my hair and the red that we're going to be adding later on. So yeah, just build that up very intense, and then taking that liner that we use for our eyebrows, I'm gonna be making a wing eyeliner. So now for lashes, I'm going to be taking these lashes from the Makeup Shack in style I Need You. And these lashes were actually sent by iluvsarahii as well. And these are actually very nice because they're very creepy. It gave me that creepy look. And now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to be using the same shadows that I used on the top, except for the red one. I'm actually noticing right now that I didn't put the reddish color on the bottom, and I'm kind of regretting it, but whatever. It's done already. So taking this Smashbox lip or eye pencil, tightlining and using this on my waterline as well, and this actually broke on me, and it was the last piece of eyeliner that I had, so I had to switch to a Ciate also eyeliner, and actually this was very darker than that one, so I like this one better. I feel like I'm using a lot of Smashbox ones or cosmetics things, so they should probably sponsor me. And taking some black eyeshadow, I'm just gonna be smoking that out. So now one thing that I did that I loved, and this was actually the first time that I did this, I'm doing this on the inner parts of my eyes, and it just made the look way more dramatic. So now moving on, I feel like I'm going so fast. Moving on to the lines, I'm taking a lip pencil by NYX in like red, but I'm actually just using this to outline where I'm going to be putting the wax. Now you can use this and do this and just be done with it, like put the rest of the colors that I put after I put the wax, but I wanted to go extreme and do all that extra stuff. So I'm taking some spirit gum to glue the nose and scar wax, and that nose and scar wax is from Nye, and you can get it. I got it at a very like Halloween-y store that nobody really knows about. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can get it online, obviously. So then that last thing that I showed as well, that's lube. But you can use Vaseline and stuff. But I didn't have Vaseline. I had lube. So you just got to make it work, right? So I'm taking that wax. And you got to practice before. I mean, this was so hard. And obviously I practiced, but on the other side of my face. So that was basically the first time that I used that wax. So I'm taking that wax and basically putting it all over the lines that I made, and the wax is very sticky, so you just have to be very like patient with it, I guess. But man, it takes a lot of practice. Like you can see that I was getting so irritated, and then I was so focused that the camera just completely, like, I just forgot about being focused, and then the light went off and that's my background, and I don't care. I honestly like was so I didn't even care anymore. So now after this, I'm taking that lube and putting it on the little spatula that I have. And this little spatula, I don't even know if you call it a spatula, but this little tool right here is so good for doing this kinds of stuff. So if you can get your hands on this would make it a lot more easier for you to put down the wax and stuff. And the lube is gonna just make it a lot easier for you to just stick it down to your face. Now I'm using some liquid latex, and this is just gonna make the wax just stay on, especially if you're doing this for a party or Halloween or whatever you're doing this. You want to make sure that the wax stays in place. Now for on the other side of the little spatula spoolie, whatever that thing is, it has like a more edge part, so I'm carving out the line because I want to make it look like it's an actual cut. And then I'm taking this NYX Vivid Brights cream color, which is so bomb. Seriously, everybody needs to get these things. I have another one, but it's a completely different color. And I just never used it because I don't know why. Oh, because it's like a lavender purple. So I wasn't really, I don't know. But I'm taking this now, and this is perfect for Halloween stuff. So I'm taking this on a lip brush, and I'm putting that all over those little lines on the top of the line and in those lines that we just carved. Now after this, I didn't want to record that little ruffle thing that I have going on because it came out so bad. So whatever, just ignore that. So now I'm taking some black eyeshadow and I'm putting that on the carved lines that we did, and then as well on the top of the eyebrow that we did. So I know I've been talking so much, but I just need to explain in detail and in depth of what is going on. So now taking this SFX cream, what is this called? Like a cream color, whatever. I'm putting this for my nose, but I'm going to be switching to that NYX Vivid Bright as well. And a lot of this stuff is from NYX, so you can get a lot of the stuff on their website, or even if you have a NYX store by you. So this, I was buffing it out and stuff, but I'll be using, actually I'm not even going to be using the Vivid Brights one. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to be using something else that I use on my lips. So this, I'm just buffing it out because I wanted to make it a little more dramatic. And then I took some inspiration from Crispy's video, so thank you, girl. And I did this on my nose, and I added black eyeshadow and made the nose a little more creepy. So I'm putting this under my nose and then blending it back, going back and forth, blending it, you know the drill. For the lips, I'm taking my homegirl, my best friend, seriously, without her knowing, iluvsarahii and Colourpop's Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in Arriba. And this is actually one of the newest liquid lipsticks that they just came out with. And this is my favorite liquid lipstick so far. This is for real a true red. So since that's a true red, I'm taking this also and putting that on my nose. So that's the color that I'm also going to be taking on my nose, just because I wanted everything to match. And that red from NYX was more of like a pink, and it wasn't really like giving me that red that I wanted. So I'm taking this and buffing it out as well, and going back with the black eyeshadow and buffing all that out. And I'm actually making this a lot further than what I expected it to go out to. So then I take a beauty blender and just blend everything out. So just make your nose the way that you want the nose to be, but just keep on blending everything out. Right here, I'm taking a lip brush and I'm using black eyeshadow, and I'm just putting this on the outer parts of my lips. And then I'm going to be taking that same fluffy brush that I've been buffing everything out and blending everything out with. And then I'm just blending, I'm going to be blending those lips to make it like an ombre effect. And this just makes it a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more creepy. If you can think of anything to make it more creepy, then do it. So now I'm taking Colourpop bronzer, and I believe that this is an Afternoon Delight. and this is one of their new bronzers, and I am obsessed with them. So I'm basically doing my whole face, bronzing my whole face, but just make sure that you don't go over the line, the wiggly line that we made. And I'm putting this under my chin, under my jawline, just to emphasize the look. But then we're gonna be adding another shadow, and it's gonna be the NYX Vivid Brights Red, and I'm putting this with a smaller brush, but then eventually I just go with the brush that I buffed everything out with, which is just a faster way of doing it. So I'm putting this red one on the jawline, and this I also got from Crispy. I don't remember, I believe she did put this on her jawline as well, but I know for sure she did it on her cheekbones, and this just made it look so like bomb, like so creepy, so clown. Well, not so clown, but I don't know, because it didn't have this obviously, but this is just making it more of like a girly version, which I completely loved. So I love this inspiration and everything that I got from Crispy, because you know she's a bomb. So I'm doing this and buffing everything out, and yeah, this is basically what I did on my forehead as well. So now the last thing that I'm going to be doing is taking some blood, and this is actually like scab blood or whatever. So now you see me blending. Yeah, I guess I wasn't there yet. So I'm just blending out those slips. So this is from Ben Nye, and this is some thick blood, and this is actually really gross, but it's so bomb. Like it really looks like real blood. So I'm doing the same process and putting this on the lines, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm so excited for this look. Please, 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 if you recreate this, tag me on social media. I want to see those looks that you guys recreated. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Love you. Mwah.
If you'll come with me, we'll float too, we'll float too, we'll float too, we'll float